What is up, guys? Dan Can Reacts here. Today I'm reacting to 100 sleeping wrestlers and cause of their death by Ambrose Asylum. The reason why I said sleeping instead of, the word that's on here is because of YouTube. I don't want to get, strike because of YouTube by saying that word. So that's why I'm saying sleeping instead of that word because, of course, YouTube is sensitive, so I can't really say those kind of words, but you already know what I mean. But anyways, this is about some of the WWE wrestlers that have passed away over the years. Rest in peace to all of them. I feel so sorry that they, passed away and that their family was going through all this. I hope they're doing great, and I hope, they remember them, and we all remember them, for all their great accomplishments in the ring and, their hard work. But yeah, rest in peace to all of them. The original video will be description down below. If you want to check that out after this, be sure to do so. So now let's get to this video. Ambrose Asylum. I don't remember who that is. I mean, this is back in before I was born, but some of them I don't remember or never heard of. Dang. I heard about him. I heard about that. The Von Erichs. It was so sad about, what happened to them. I mean, they went through a lot of stuff. I know their first brother passed away from an illness while he was on the plane to his next wrestling show. And then all of them, and I think two of them only, off themselves, this and that. And I think their dad passed away, in 1998. From cancer or something like that. So the only Von Erich that's left is Kenny Von Erich. I think it's Kenny or Kevin Von Erich is still alive. But yeah, I saw the documentary on I think Dark Side of the Ring on Vice, because I remember Dark Side of the Ring did an episode about them, and I also saw the movie called The Iron Claw, which is a movie about the Von Erichs. It was an interesting movie. I liked it. It was very, very interesting. But it was sad at the same time that they went through all that. Andre the Giant. I think I remember him. I mean, I heard about him before I was born, but I remember him. Or I heard about him. And there's, Kerry Von Erich. I heard about that one. That one was, I think that case is still unsolved. Because they don't know fully what happened. Big John Studd, I think I remember hearing about him. He literally died on my birthday. Well, I wasn't born yet, but he died on my birthday. Brian Pillman, I heard about that one. His son's in WWE. Well, he was in AEW, but he's on NXT as Lexus King, I mean. But that was where they had him do a storyline where he basically said, "I am not my father," and now I'm like, what are you talking about? What kind of storyline is he going through? giant one. I heard about that one. He passed away, sadly. Renegade, I remember that one. He was supposed to be like the WCW version of the Ultimate Warrior. I heard rumors saying that Renegade was actually Ultimate Warrior himself, but changed his name. Owen Hart, I heard about that one. It's still popular to this day about what happened. Gorilla Monsoon, I think I heard about that one. I've never heard of him. Yokozuna I heard of. I think he's related to Umaga and Rikishi, I think. Bertha, I don't think I know her. Yeah, I don't know who that is either. What? That was his name? That's weird. Man, wrestling was wild back then. Yeah, I heard about him. He passed away tragically. Don't know who that is. The Sheik, I don't know who that is. I know him, Mr. Perfect. He was he's Curtis Axel's dad, and I remember the tragedy that happened. Miss Elizabeth, I heard about. That was controversial because of the whole Lex Luger thing, thinking that Lex Luger was the one that did it, but I think it was proven that I don't think he did anything. She was just on drugs. I think she was in a mixture of intoxication, and she passed away from it, but they were saying that Lex had something to do with it. Road Warrior, I heard about that one. Crash Holly, I heard about that one. I mean, she was beautiful though, very, very beautiful. But that was sad that she passed away from an overdose. Big Boss Man I heard of. That was shocking. That I think he got released in 2003, and I think he started wrestling in the Indies, but then he passed away. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Eddie Guerrero, I know about that. Yeah, I heard about that. His is still sad to this day. Like, he was a very funny guy in WWE. I think I remember hearing the story that Sasha Banks was a huge Eddie Guerrero fan. And I remember when she went to Survivor Series, I think that was when Eddie was scheduled to be in the match. And I think that was when she didn't realize that, he passed away. And I guess a fan next to her, I think she was trying to look, from what I remember, she was looking to see if, where's Eddie at? Because I think Randy Orton took his place in the Survivor Series match. And I think that was when she was asking a fan, like, next to her, like, hey, do you know where Eddie's at? I thought he was supposed to be here. And so that's when the fan's like, you didn't hear? He passed away 2 weeks ago. And then she got shocked that she didn't know what was going on. And so I guess she didn't see the news or something like that. Or I guess she was busy at the time and she didn't know it. And so that's when the fan told her, like, no, he passed away 2 weeks ago. That's why Randy Orton took his spot. That one I know about. That one was still controversial to this day. They don't know the whole truth. I saw that there's a lot of evidence that he did do it. A lot of people saying that no, it wasn't. It was his former best friend, Kevin Sullivan. But I think they were saying that Kevin Sullivan said that no, he didn't do it, and there's no evidence that he went to Chris's house. But it still bothers me that Chavo's telling the story in the podcast about that. I think he even said that when Chris last talked to Chavo, he said some weird stuff. He sent him weird texts from both his and his wife's phone saying like, you know, the dogs are in the back, the garage door is open or something like that. And even he got confused, like, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean? And so he thought none of it, thinking like, oh, he's just probably talking weird stuff. And then after that, no, he passed away. So it was kind of weird. Like, he didn't know if Chris was trying to tell him something or what was going on. But it's still proven that I think he was the one that did it. Nobody else was in the house. It was him. And what's weird, like his house is still up for. I think his house is already sold to some other family, which is weird. Like who would want to live in that after what happened? It was a nice house, but I don't know who would live in that. Umaga, I know about that one. That one was still shocking that he passed away, but it was weird that WWE didn't acknowledge his passing at all. They only put him on the website, but not actually acknowledge it. Lance Kidd, I heard about that one. That one was shocking. That one I remember hearing about. It was kind of like, what happened? That one I did kind of hear about, but I don't think WWE really acknowledged it that much like they did with the others. Him I know about. I think WWE ignored him as well. Macho Man, I remember. I think they did one for him. But that was weird that he was driving, he had a heart attack, and they crashed into a tree. His wife was still alive. She survived the crash, but I think he didn't. But yeah, that was sad that he passed away. He was really, really, really good. Like he was a good actor. He was in the Spider-Man movie. I think Spider-Man or Spider-Man 2. But he was a good actor. Paul Bearer I heard about. I think he had a heart attack when he was attending like some wrestling event, and he said that he couldn't, that he wasn't feeling well, and so I remember he passed away. But that was sad. Mae Young, I heard about that one. She was funny though in WWE. There were some weird storylines with her, but she was funny. Him, I know they ignored him. They didn't really do much about his death, and I know that I remember, like, it was shocking that he predicted his own death, because I think 2 days later he passed away after his appearance on Raw, and it was very, very scary that the way he was talking, it sounded like he was, like, out of breath, or he was struggling. And then, I think he also kind of predicted his death, and that was kind of, like, weird why he would say that, and then later on he passed away 2 days ago. But yeah, the way he sounded, he did not sound okay. He sounded like he was in pain. China, I know about hers. Hers was sad. Like she was alone, and basically she was single though. Oh, that's it. But yeah, China, I heard about that one was sad. I don't think she was an alcoholic. I mean, she made some energy drinks, but I think she was saying that, or I think they were saying that there was some stuff in her energy drinks that she puts every morning, and that's what probably did it, where she took too much. I don't know if it was pills or something that she put in her drinks, but I think when she drunk more, and I guess that's when it finally took a toll on her. But she was by herself, I remember. She wasn't married, she wasn't, seeing anybody. She didn't have a boyfriend either. She didn't have kids. She was just by herself, single. But that was sad that she was alone. And I think from what I'm hearing, like nobody wanted to be with her because she I don't know, I guess it's because of her muscles or something like that, where she looked like a guy or something like that. That's what I heard about people were saying about her, which yeah, I disagree. Like she's amazing, she's beautiful, she's funny. Even in her WWE days, she was so hilarious. But yeah, that was sad that she passed away. And what was shocking is that they were gonna. I think they were filming a documentary at that point with her. I think it was 2016 or 17. They were already like filming like a documentary about her. She was okay with that, but except I think there was footage that they went to her hotel room, or not her or not hotel, but I think her apartment. They went to go check on her because I think they called her twice and she never answered, and so they wanted to go see what was going on. So they went in there. They literally had the camera on to see if she was okay. I think they said that there was footage of her falling asleep forever, and they filmed it for whatever reason, or they filmed it on accident because they were trying to film the documentary. I think someone saying that there was a clip of that somewhere on the internet or something like that, but they deleted it because they didn't want people to see it, or I think it's lost and it hasn't been shown to the public. I heard rumors that that footage is lost somewhere in the internet, and that they deleted it because of, why would you why would you film that? I get you're thinking about making that documentary, but why would you do that when she's, unavailable, or she couldn't do it because, something happened? But yeah, I think that scene is lost to this day. I don't think anybody else can find it, but I think the documentary did get filmed, but I think it was mostly her family or something like that. But I think I remember I don't know if the documentary is still made or if they canceled it. I don't know, but yeah, rest in peace to China, and rest in peace to everybody on this in this video. You know, that stinks that they passed away. They will be remembered forever in our hearts and in our memories. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Like, subscribe, and hit that notifications button to get updates on videos I'll be posting on this channel. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.